Hello, my little tiddlywinks, and welcome back to Prison Architect. Now, this is going to be a start of a new season, I suppose we can call it. Um, the plan is currently is I am going to sell this prison. Woohoo! We're going to make $1 million, which means we can start a new prison with that $1 million, which is going to be fantastic. Now, for this prison, I think we're going to try and do a max security prison. But we're also going to add in the mods. So I went through and looked at a bunch of the more popular mods that are out there right now, and I'm going to add them in so that we can have that in. We're also going to switch over to a guy's prison, mostly because I'm just a little bit tired of dealing with these family cells and the stupid, all that ridiculousness. So I want to switch that over. Plus, I don't know, some of the girl voices that they put in here, they're kind of a little bit annoying. Not that I'm being sexist, it's just the weird tone that they use versus the guys, which will just be like grumpy and blah blah blah. So anyway, yeah, I bought back all of our shares, and we now have, we'll get that much money. I mean, we were a little off from how much we actually needed, but apparently to allow you to buy your shares even if you don't have the money, which is kind of weird. But I'm going to sell this prison, and maybe we'll come back to this someday and play some more on this one, but for now, we're going to sell it, which means we get to start a new one. So yeah, we're going to start with this. Now, one thing that I found is a really good suggestion, if you want to go with a high security prison, you should pick either the lobbyist, because it halves the likelihood of receiving prisoners who are violent, lethal, volatile, deadly, or fighters, which is good, or going with the pacifier, because this reduces the overall temperature of your prison, making your inmates less likely to cause trouble. And they don't mean temperature as in like actual temperature, I don't think. I mean, as much as I love how the lobbyist looks, I think I want to go with the pacifier. He looks like a complete nerd, total dork, and I want that. So yeah, we're going to go with that. We'll bump this back up to large. We want fog of war. Too much effort. Failure conditions, yeah. Do we want to add gangs? This could be a pain in the butt, especially because we're probably going to go for large ones, but I kind of want it. We're going to keep the events on, we'll keep that weather. I mean, we could do this, and that's abilities there, but I want these funds. I want that. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do the gangs. For now, it's going to be a little much, especially because this is going to be more of a mods spotlight kind of thing. So let's go ahead and go with this. Come on. Come on. Alright, struggling to make a new prison. There we go. So yeah, boring, similar thing. Oh, look at this. We got an achievement. Lee B. Cooper. I think it's for selling a really big prison, something like that. I don't know. But anyway, so what you want to do, if you want to add in mods, is you go into this extras, and there's a whole bunch of cool stuff that you can do. You can see all your Bible, your game Bible, all the names. There's only almost 25 grand of them in there, which is really neat. But this is where you can go in and you can share your prisons, you can look at popular prisons, which we're eventually going to do. But for now, what I want to look at right here is the mods. So I grabbed a whole bunch of them. Just ones that I thought were interesting or seemed worth getting. So one of the ones is this grants mod, which adds 15 new grants, which I love that idea. So we're going to add that in, and that'll give us a whole bunch of cool things, like, this one is get laundry going. I'm surprised that wasn't one of the grants that they had, so that's nice that they added that in. They did some stuff on, exercise and all sorts of other stuff. So we're definitely adding this bad boy in. Clear needs icons. This is a really cool looking one that I think is going to be fantastic, because some of their little icons that they give for what they want isn't very clear, so this is going to help us out tremendously. This is the computers mods. This one, I'm trying to remember what this one is. Oh, it allows them to like chat on the internet and stuff. They get recreation by playing computer games, stuff like that. So that's really cool. I like this idea for this mod. To actually give them something, to do. These blast doors, They're like super, yeah, 4 times stronger than the solitary doors, so they're super powerful. They're really slow opening and closing. Door will forcibly close, so nothing can stop it. Really cool sound effects. I just like the idea of it. I want to put them maybe over the, major pathways and stuff. I think it'll be, I don't know, interesting. This is Chad's drink mod, and I'm gonna put links to these descriptions for you, or to these mods for you. They're all available on Steam. You can look them up. But yeah, I'm gonna add those in the down there, down in the description for you. This mod adds thirst, so it's gonna add another whole system for them that they have to go through. One of their needs. This one's a gardening mod. I think it'll be interesting. I just wanted to try it out. It allows a garden. You can actually plant and stuff. So it gives you all these seeds and whatnot. I thought that would be fun. This is a mod I mentioned before. It adds this little arrow to the camera, so when you're placing them, you can actually see which way they go. Road sensors. I tried placing sensors out in the road, and you can't. The road actually, you cannot. The only thing I think you can put in the road is the road gates. But apparently, somebody made a mod, so we're going to add that in there. Now, if you all love not South Park, Family Guy as much as I do, Consuela is one of your favorite characters. So this actually allows you to make the janitor as Consuela. On the same theme, we're also going to go ahead and add this in. I think we actually can. We might not be able to do these two together. So let's see. You can have Paris Hilton as the dog. This is a South Park mod, just so you know. Snooki is the riot police, with a pickle as baton and a jar as a shield. Chef and Mr. Kim as the cooks. Perfect. Miss Chokes on Dick and Miss Clark is the teacher. Nut Gobbler is the nurses. School bus instead of a jail bus. I like it. They'll have secret luxury items. That's good. Cartman is the guards. That's going to be the best thing. Rednecks is workers. Stuart McCormick is the foreman. Mr. Mackey. So it looks like these two should work together. I don't think they've added in all of these yet. I think if they do, yeah, if they have Jose as the janitor, that might throw things off. So we'll try these two things together. This might break the game. We'll see what happens. This is an office chair. It actually centers the stupid chair behind the desks. Looks like it actually belongs. I like it. There's a Christmas mod, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if it really does anything other than it puts a Christmas tree and a snowman. Give them jolly outfits. I don't think I'm going to do this one just yet. I mean, it's hitting fall, but I don't know. Don't want to do that just quite yet. This is a really neat mod that I was looking at, the Evacuation mod. It sets it up so that you can make prisoners and guards or staff and whatnot go to certain points if there's like issues, as well as sending guards to put down a riot. So you can make like a permanent point and then an evacuation alarm. So if you set that off, it'll send all of the people to that location. So if there's a fire, you can evacuate people out. I should probably be reading all of this because it looks like it's important, but we're not gonna do that until we get going a little bit. There's a sink mod. This one's kind of nice. You can actually put, sinks in your showers and whatnot. So they actually come with blunt razors, which is, painful shaving. But yeah, they allow it so that they can actually do some other stuff. So we're gonna throw that in there. There's another really cool reform mod. It's called the Greater Reform mod. It's going to add a whole bunch more in, so it adds a little bit more story depth. So you can see 6 new research options, 10 new reform programs, 5 new staff members. I think this is going to be great, okay? It's new grants, contraband items, everything. Where you can go through and read all of this, but I'm not going to... Just looks like fun, okay? And then the last one that we're going to go ahead and add is this recycling mod. So it allows you to get this recycling center, so trash basically gets brought here, and you can have your prisoners sort through the garbage to pick out all the recyclable materials, and then you can send that to exports and actually make money off of it, which is kind of cool. I like that idea, and that's in my opinion a really nice kind of thing that they could try and do in prisons. you know, just to put them to work and have them do whatever. But anyway, we're going to try and do this, add all these mods. I don't know if this is going to work. This might crash the game. Let's see what happens. Oh, I hit apply. Okay. Looks like everything's in and working. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is get in here. Oh man, those look amazing. Oh my gosh, look at these little guys. Oh, that is perfect. Those are little workmen. Oh, this is going to be great. So I'm going to turn this to closed. And then what I'm going to do for just a bit is I'm going to try and use this planning, and I'm going to come up with an idea. And then we'll go ahead and actually build it and design things. But I don't want to sit here and try and do all that on camera with you guys, because that might be a little bit boring, right? Anywho, I'll be right back, and I'll show you what I come up with, some ideas and concepts and all that fun stuff. Alright, BRBs! Welcome back. So I've done a whole bunch of work. I've spent about half the money we had. But yeah, we now have the starts of something cool. So, first big notice you will see is from the mods. We now have little Eric Cartman guards. They are absolutely amazing. And this is the basic setup that I started with. So this is our reception. Just doesn't have to be anything big. And I put a holding cell in to pass some of the grants. I was working on just some of the grants just to get rid of them. None of the new special ones, just the ones that you guys have already seen at this point. So, you know, the holding cell one, the basic stuff. We already have somebody awaiting solitary, seriously? Oh my gosh. Anywho, so yeah, I've got a nice little holding cell here. I've got a wall that goes all the way around. I'm eventually going to be building a second one. In here, I went ahead, put some parole in, and the visitation room here. Security's right here off of the reception room. Got some, I don't know, these little cameras outside. They don't actually help you view anything, but they're there because I wanted to. Kind of to make it, you know, the idea that this guy here, he's controlling these door servos. So we don't need a guard to do everything. He should be able to do it all, which is nice. Down this pathway, we've got power here. And I have gone ahead and set it up so that there is backup generator sitting over here. That, if you look in the utilities, does come all the way down here to connect it. And we have this power switch to break everything off if we need to. Staff room, I've upgraded that a little bit so it looks cooler. And then I went ahead and just put these little offices in. I varied them up so they have different looks and all that. You'll also notice I started putting down flooring. So if you go into that materials, there's different types of floors that you can put down. There's stuff you can put outside, stuff you put inside. It's simple. It's neat. Why aren't they being assigned to cells? What is going on? I don't even know. I think I'm going to need some more guards here real quick. This is 20 Eric Cartmans. So yeah, so we got them going. I don't know why they're not even just being put into that. So we got 4 prisoners. What is happening? So they're max security. I don't quite understand what's happening. These are, in fact, cells. That's really weird. I'm not sure what's going on here because these are cells. They are legitimate cells with everything they need. I thought. Maybe not. Because there is an issue up here that I also noticed where this kitchen, even though this is a canteen directly connected to it, says that it's not working. You'll also see here's this other little mod here. We've got Chef and I don't remember his name now, but it's the shitty walk guy. So we got these guys as their cooks, which is cool. Some other fun staff. Doctors, we'll get those in a bit. Looks like they don't have any gardeners. The janitor should be Consuela, but it's not. So it looks like some mods aren't working correctly. Let's go ahead and get a few of these guys anyway. So the only other really big changes is for characters. You can see, you know, the accountant's the same, chief's the same, the foreman's that little guy. That's about the only difference there. Dog handlers will be Paris Hilton. Psychologist is Dr. Mackey. So yeah, those are cool. Not quite sure what is going on here. Why these guys can't be put into cells. Because they should be able to. There's no reason for them not to be put into those cells. Or even that... So I have a feeling one of these mods is messing up where these guys can go. Or maybe I'm missing something that I really should be paying attention to. I'm not sure. That's really interesting. It should work just fine. But even that's not. And they're not even moving the garbage to the right locations. I just noticed that too. Because we do, in fact, have a space for garbage. But nothing's being taken there. So, that's interesting. So I might have just done all this amazing work for none of it to actually work at all. And it might be something that we have to do is add mods slowly over time. But as of right now, I can say I love the South Park mod. That's amazing. I love the guards. They're funny as hell. I love some of the characters, but I have a feeling I might have to route through some of these. And maybe we'll just try one mod at a time and work it out until things are working, because there's definitely something not quite right going on right now. So I'm going to come back, and we'll see if I can get some things fixed first, and then we'll go from there. Alright, welcome back. So I did a quick little bit of problem solving. It didn't take too long at all, but I figured it out. It's the South Park mod that was causing the problems, and that was probably the one I loved the most. But for whatever reason, it was disqualifying cells as being cells. It was making it so that this kitchen did not connect to the canteens. I don't really know why. But I've gone ahead and taken that off. You can see we now have Consuela's again. She looks ever so happy, cleaning up after the prisoners. So far we just have the 4. At least, well, we probably need to get more now, but you could see we can do prisoners. Nope, intake. Build capacity, and we will stick with just max security. Because I think it'll be interesting and different, and hopefully we can get it to work this time. So right now we just have, max of 25. That's not terrible, I suppose. But we have lots of room. All of this I have plans on making all of these, except for maybe this middle section, as more room. So it should be enough to put 75 prisoners right here with no problem. And this canteen is big enough to feed 75. And I think basically what we'll be able to do is copy this to get another whole 75. We'll just, either move it right next to it or flip it across. But yeah, everything we have over here is really nice. I mean, we've got this nice power station and all that. Again, it's got the backup generator hookup. Now, one thing that I think we have to do, well, I don't know if we actually can yet, but with some of these mods, we have a buttload of new grants. I mean, a lot of new grants. I've started working on some of the basic old ones that we had, but you can see we have new ones like basic therapy or basic accounting facilities, which I think we can just get. Yeah, we just need... Oh no, we need to research creative accounting and build an accounting office. So you already have half of that. But, because of the mods... Oh, come on. What's going on? Okay. It actually added a whole bunch of really nice things. And with the South Park mod, you actually saw the ones that were changed in here, which I think was just the psychologists and a few of them. But you can even see, like, the cleaning lady here is Consuela. Now, with some of the mods, it gave us some new research opportunities. So you can see, like, here we have creative accounting, where we can, create profit out of thin air and a little bit of paper and ink. So I'm going to go ahead and get that researched up. But you can see we have all sorts of other stuff like this garbage recycling. basic labor, which I think is just, it's supposed to help or allows us to buy certain new things. So yeah, mod content. We'll get that gardening going. I'm not too worried about those two. But you can see you get basic education, advanced education. We'll get that group therapy going. And then we've got a whole bunch of these up here. This goes into like the computer system, so we can get life discipline to give the prisoners motivation to achieve their goals no matter what. And also a bit of fitness. So we'll go ahead and get that. And then there's a computer one as well that we'll get. So otherwise, we're pretty good. We don't have a psychologist yet. I haven't built the medical kind of stuff or anything. Haven't gotten that far. But yeah, you can see, even with the one mod, we got that surveillance up and going. We have that mod that gives us that arrow, and it really does work. It's really handy. You can see, zoop, over here, they have little arrows, and when you're actually placing them, you can see it, which is super nice. But, uh-oh. What? Oh, they need chairs now. That's right, while I was doing that, monkeying around. So yeah, they get these new office chairs now, which are super duper nice. Because they actually look like they belong there. You know? Yeah, there's some weird... What is that? Stack. No idea what it is. Okay, we'll just not worry about that for now. But yeah, they'll get those in here in a second, and that'll fix their problems. But yeah, so we have a very basic little prison. It's nothing crazy yet. I haven't given them any of the special stuff. Haven't done any of the new grants or anything. I'm probably going to go ahead and do a little bit more work. What I think I'm going to do is start building up right along this edge here. Things like laundry, a common room, stuff like that. Things that, you know, all the prisoners will be allowed access to. I think that was one of the biggest problems I was having before with the max security, was they didn't have access to, you know, the different programs that were available. So we're going to go ahead and try and allow that and see what happens. This could screw us over, because they will have access to possible weapons and different tools and stuff, so that could be a downfall. But we'll try that out and see what happens. So yeah, I'm going to probably do just a little bit of work before finishing this episode. I'll go ahead and, like I said, do some of the stuff right here, like, you know, medical ward and all that. And then I'll BRBs, alright? Welcome back. So, one of the things that we have now is a thirst. It's one of their needs because of the one mod that we have. So we have to deal with that now. It's kind of a big deal. So I've gone ahead and in here, I've added, well, eventually this one will get added, is little water fountains. They provide water. Big surprise. So they might be placed backwards. I'm not sure which way they're actually supposed to go. Looks like this one's kind of backwards, so you might have to fix that. That might also just be the way they go. You can see they're drinking here, so that's going to be one of their basic needs we need to cover. So it's not just going to be food now. It's going to be actually having to make sure that we keep up with that. Now, I don't remember... Oh, we got some more of these we can do. Keep getting those. Looks like we've got almost everything. I mean, we don't have these, so let's just do them. Why not? And then we'll just need that one, that advanced printing. We'll get to those mods later. So we do have to give them drinks. So you can see here, but they do produce puddles. So it's one thing that we have to watch out for. The janitors clean that up, and I think the cooking staff does the same thing. So yeah, we just need to be, you know, pay attention to those. So I went ahead and put 2 of those in. For the most part, they only have access to it while they're in there, so that's not very helpful, but at some point I'll try and get some in, like, maybe the hallways and whatnot, so they'll have that ability if they need to. Maybe even some out here in the yard would be worth putting in. I left a few little spaces in, so maybe it's worth going ahead. And you can see, in the objects, we've got a lot of them now. So you have to really look through, and from what I can tell, I think there's another one that I don't have in here because we need something else, possibly. Thin client, standard laptop. Anyway, we have water coolers. They're really nice because it's, you know, provides water, but you need to have paper cups and bottled water for them. So that could be a downfall. Can be combined with a cold storage room. I don't even know what that is. Sure to we're gonna get a water fountain. I'm gonna put one here, and then I'm gonna put one. This is something else I'm finding. I have a whole bunch of these everywhere. I'm not quite sure what they are. And I keep trying to hit dump on them because really they just block up all the doorways. But I found quite a few of them. You can see they're, you know, a bunch of places. And it looks like it's supposed to be building supplies, but I don't quite know why they're putting them there when we do have places that they can go and put those. So I don't know really what's going on there. It's really kind of confusing. And they just kind of put them whatever. But I didn't get very far. I basically only got as far as an infirmary, a morgue, and the psychologist's office. So yeah. But that means we finished one of our grants, and this will allow us to get one of the newer grants now. So bless you! I don't know if you guys heard that, but boyfriend's sneezing out there. Jeepers creepers. I haven't adjusted this at all. I don't think there's really a need for it yet, because I don't have any programs set up for them yet. Let's go to the grants. So, one of the first ones they've got on here is this basic therapy center. Create a program or progressive environment to help prisoners' mental health improve and help them reform for parole, which is exactly what we want. And these guys are really bad, but I'd like to see if we can get them through the program and get them back out into the world. So it looks like you need to research group therapy, which we did, build an office, build a therapy center, and hire an occupational therapist. So, let's see here. So it looks like we're already covered here. So I guess that's the office. I have a feeling that occupational therapist is probably going to need her own room. I will go ahead and... Yeah, so she's going to require an office as well. So we will go ahead and... I'm using brick this time. I thought it would be, you know, more interesting, I guess. You know, I built his office too big. It could be one smaller. It's gonna drive me nuts until I fix this issue. So let me go ahead and fix that real quick. Dismantle that. And we'll go ahead and put back in a filing cabinet. And then I want to have, oops, brick wall here. And that means on this side we want to 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now one more. There we go. So this should fix the problem. Objects. Get us another door. Yeah, that's right. It should be. It's technically only needs to be a 4x4, but these I made 5 wide, just mostly for aesthetics. Whew, it's really dark. I've turned off the automatic light system because I didn't like where some of them placed, and sometimes they wouldn't be in a room at all. So I've gone ahead and I've started putting them down myself. I just haven't done that in the hallways yet. I'll get there eventually, I suppose. When I feel like it, okay? Gosh. My little workers. Kind of sad that they're not South Park workers anymore. That's kind of sad. But I'm gonna talk to the mod creator and see if I can fix the issue in some way and see if that helps. If he's got ideas on how to fix it. But who knows if we'll be able to. It might just be something that we're gonna have to deal with for now. Office. Again, we get to use these nice office chairs. I love it. Throw in one of those. Throw in a light. Boom. She'll have an office in a second. And just continue this. There we go. Well, while they're doing that, we'll go ahead and put this in there. So they can, you know, make these rooms look a little bit nicer. I think this should probably be... let's make this fancy tiles. I think it's worth it. And then our morgue will just be those kind of tiles. I don't know, I think it makes it look a little bit more fun, you know, like these rooms. I don't know. I don't know many prisons that would go out of their way to make everything look all pretty, but... Oh, you know what it might be? We have that recycling mod. So, we might have to put that in sooner rather than later, so that they can actually go through the recycling thing. We'll get there. Get these in first. Come on, guys. What are you doing? They're just doing whatever they really want to, I guess. They're coming. But we'll also need this therapy center. So it has to be a 5x5, indoor chairs, office desk, school desk. Interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get that built up. So it needs to be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Objects. Door. We'll put the door here. So let's take a look at our prisoners, make sure our needs are getting met. Oh, and we'll have another one. Let's get that one. This one will be basic accounting facilities. So we'll have to create a research, creative accounting, which we did, and then build an accounting office. So we'll actually have to do that next. So I hope you guys are liking this mods. I think they're really cool. I'm a little worried about this. Why are they all rioting? What's going on here? What's going on with the needs issue? Ooh. Recreation, family, exercise, hygiene. Well, you all have showers. Take showers. What are you doing? Oh, yay. I don't know what's going on there. Thirst is pretty high, so we're going to have to start trying to address that. So we might need to readjust this a little bit. Oh yeah, see, this is the problem. They need to start eating sooner than later here, so... Kill that. They eat. Shower and then eat. That should deal with 2 of their issues, and then right after that, get out into the yard. Go have fun. We'll have... work free time after the yard. And then they can come back. I don't know, some free time here. Oops. And then... eat. Yeah, I think this will be good. Yeah. So this should solve some of their issues, their needs. Get them out into that yard a little bit. Because they are angry right now. And a lot of it's like recreation. Okay, you know what? Send them to the yard. Right now. Get them out there. This will get some of their needs down. There's water out there. There is, you know, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, you can also see it actually says like thirst. But why aren't they drinking? There are fountains right there. Do they only drink at certain times? That might be something we'll have to look into a little bit. Because these guys are going nuts right now, you can see. But they're not even doing their, like, recreation. They can exercise here. Well, I know for recreation, I know what to do. We will go into all the rooms, and I'll put, let's give them TVs. Shut them up, right? I don't know if they can actually watch the TV from the beds. I'm going to just go ahead and throw these in now. And we'll figure that out afterwards. This should help with recreation at least. Otherwise, we're going to have a riot in our hands pretty soon. And I don't want that. Autosave. So that should get the recreation down. But yeah, you can see they need clothing. Their freedom's doing pretty good, I guess. The thirst. They need to drink. I put in water fountains. Go drink. Okay, let's go back to that regime and refix. Refix that, I guess. I don't know. All I know is there's a lot of prisoners, and they're basically all waiting for solitary confinement. Anywho, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'll do some more work on this, and we'll pick up a little bit later. We'll get that accounting office going. We'll get the therapy center going, and we'll come back and we'll do it from there. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like the new mods. I hope we'll get them figured out a little bit more, because otherwise these prisoners are going to go nuts. We'll keep working on that. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And remember, stay in trouble. Bye-bye.